Australia are set to be making a couple of changes into their playing 11. Can they potentially play 2 spinners and 2 quicks, or they'll stick with their guns and stay with 3 quicks and 1 spinner? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. The Border Gavaskar trophy is currently sitting at 1-1, with India and Australia going into the 4th test at the MCG, also known as the Boxing Day Test match. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look into some team selections and team changes for both sides. And to cap off the video, make some predictions and talk about what will actually happen in the game. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Right, so if we talk about team selections and team changes at the moment, Australia are set to be making a couple of changes into their playing 11. Nathan McSweeney has been dropped out from the squad, and Sam Constance has been added into the squad. So he's potentially likely to make his test debut. If we talk about Josh Hazlewood, he's been ruled out for the rest of the series, so Scott Boland is going to slide into the playing 11. So, and another one is Mitchell Marsh. I do believe he will most likely be rested for this test, and Bo Webster's going to be given a chance. This is what I think, and I truly believe this should happen. So this is what my team's going to look like, with 3 changes for Australia. McSweeney goes out, Constance comes in at the top of the order. If Mitchell Marsh is out, Alex Carey slides in at number 6 and Webster slides in at number 7. And then obviously Hazlewood bats 11, so Boland slides back into that spot. So 3 changes are expected for Australia. Now if we talk about India and their setup going into the MCG, I do believe they wouldn't be making any changes into their playing 11, because even though they didn't perform as well as they'd like at the Gabba, MCG and SCG suit Indian players a lot more, because conditions are not exactly the same, but very similar to what they get back home in India. So India, I do believe, would keep the same 11. Obviously Ravi Ashwin has retired now, so their next spinner in line would be Washington Sundar with Jadeja. Can they potentially play 2 spinners and 2 quicks at the MCG, or they'll stick with their guns and stay with 3 quicks and 1 spinner? In terms of their batting, I do believe India will fire going into this test match. Shubman Gill and Jaiswal, obviously we know what sort of talent they are and how good of players they can be when they're on. Rohit Sharma is yet to score some runs for the team, so I'm excited to see what he can do in this test match. If let's just say that India go with 2 spinners, I do believe obviously Jadeja and Sundar slide in, but I do believe the quicks would then be Akashdeep sits out with Bumrah and Siraj playing, and then obviously we've got NK Reddy to be the 3rd seamer. It's going to be interesting what India do going into this test match. I firmly believe they're not going to change much, and they're going to keep the same team. If not, one of the quicks will probably get rested and give another quick a go in terms of their workloads. But if not, India are gonna have the same team going into the 4th test of this series. Interesting matchups if we talk about them. Obviously Constance is opening. Well, if he opens the batting for Australia, that'll be exciting to see how he goes against Bumrah, Siraj, and then the Indian quicks. Scott Boland is really good at the MCG. He extracts different sort of bounce, and then the way he bowls at the MCGs is phenomenal. So that'll be very exciting to see. So these 2 matchups, these 2 prospects going into this test match are going to be very exciting. If we talk about predictions, I do believe India could outplay Australia in this test match. They've had a loss and they're coming off a draw. They'll be raring to go going into this 4th test match. How I think India are going to dominate, if they need to fire early and look to take the game on. I know that hasn't worked for them till now, but with the calibre of players they have at the top of the order, I feel like that's the best way to go for their team. So if Gill, Jaiswal, Rahul, obviously Rahul has been a standout playing all these test matches at the moment, but if Jaiswal, Gill and even Kohli actually take the game on, it could be very exciting, and we can see how how that can help India going into day 2, day 3. Because India's bowling has been top notch, obviously thanks to Bumrah. So bowling isn't a problem, it's more of a batting. So building strong partnerships, long partnerships, and then taking the game on at the right time is key for India. And in terms of Australia, obviously they're making a lot of changes. If they make 3 changes into their 11, that will be very interesting to watch. But my prediction, India are going to outplay Australia in this test match. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you got something out of this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.